Welcome to FranchiseWire Live, your source for all things franchising. Remember to subscribe to FranchiseWire Live on YouTube. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And for the latest in news, events, and happenings in franchising, bookmark FranchiseWire.com. Now here's the host of FranchiseWire Live, IFPG President, Red Boswell.
Welcome to FranchiseWire Live. I'm your host, Red Boswell, President of the International Franchise Professionals Group, IFPG. And today's FranchiseWire Live is brought to you by Pollinate. Pollinate has not given me any script. I'm just throwing this together. Pollinate is the #1 app for loyalty building in franchising. Pollinate's related to Franchise Payment Network, if you don't know, and they're the #1 franchise credit card processing company in franchising. So two powerhouses going together. Now, while you're here today, we're here to listen to another great in franchising, our friend Ben Crosbie. Ben has got, well, he's got a lot going on. We're going to learn about what that is today, what his predictions are for the future, what he's seeing in the world of franchising. Ben, thanks so much for joining us on FranchiseWire Live today.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Red. Thanks for having me.
You are looking very, very comfy there. All you need is a fire in the background and a dog at your heels.
Yep, the dog's in the other room. We'll wait for the fire to come on.
Where are you located today?
Massachusetts. So it's getting colder. We're expecting some snow on Friday.
Bro, I'm not kidding. 30 minutes ago, I'm outside in Dallas, Texas, and I saw a couple flakes of snow right now.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, we're getting it before you. Bizarre. Ben, help us understand. You and I have been talking a bunch about DRIPBaR recently, but you've got such a cool history in franchising. Help the viewers understand sort of how you got introduced to franchising and the various brands you have either owned, founded, been with, and now represent.
Sure. I started just out of college as an entrepreneur, built a few companies on my own. My first introduction into franchising was actually Planet Fitness, working with them, understanding how all of that worked. And then I was able to secure the global rights to a brand called TapOut. I founded TapOut Fitness by securing the global rights to the brand in January of 2014, grew that to quite a few locations and sold that in January of 19. That gave me the ability and the experience to create a franchise development company called Zor411. But while I was developing TapOut, I was always going to the DRIPBaR. So when I started the franchise development company, I said, you know, what is a company that I'm comfortable with that I really see a big opportunity for? And, you know, I was looking around, was down getting a drip one day, said, hey, what exactly is going on here? Have you ever thought of franchising? Looked into it a little bit, looked and saw that there's no competition in the area. Decided to partner with Shannon Pederuti, who's the CEO, and we formed a partnership with Zor411 to be the franchise development agent and the equity partner in the business. And we started selling that in September of 2019. We built the whole FDD, the whole operational model, and we've been having some pretty tremendous success with DRIPBaR so far.
Well, for the morons like myself, you went and got a drip.
Yes.
What in the world?
Drips are IV supplements. So it's an IV that you actually get. There's various types of IVs. We actually categorize them in 3 different persona subsets. One is lifestyle drips.
Sounds like Smoothie King. Do you want a fitness, or do you want one that tastes really good, or do you want one that'll build bulk?
Exactly. Exactly. So lots of different. Sorry, my screen just went.
Okay, we are back. Little technical snafu. And Ben, we were talking about what type of drips the DRIPBaR offers, and you were about to tell us how it sounded like a Smoothie King option where you had different options for whatever your priority was. Help us understand that, because this is a foreign concept to, I think, everybody listening today.
Right. Yeah, it is. It is for some people. I can promise you one thing. After this conversation today, you will see a lot of, well, some drip bars in your area. So our drips are IV supplementation. We focus on three various personas. One is the lifestyle section. One is the lifestyle drip, which is, we market it to improve one's cell-V. Cell-V is the term that we've coined for cellular life. In there, we do jet setters for people that travel a lot. We do power packs for people that want to get rid of coffee, more energy, more focus, work longer, harder hours.
Did you say get rid of coffee?
Yeah, there's a few franchisors that understand, drink your coffee, but be able to work all day, all night with no stops.
So you don't have a coffee drip.
COVID, our number one drip has been the Shield for boosting your immune system to fight off the common cold and viruses and such. And we also offer health support, and health support is for people that do have a pre-existing condition. So high dose vitamin C is good for clients with cancer. Chelation is good for clients with heart disease or other cardiovascular risks.
So prescriptions?
No prescriptions. Actually, nothing that we do has to be FDA approved or is prescribed. Nothing is medicine. We're not treating illness. We're giving a complementary service to support people in either their healthy lifestyle, in their endeavors to stay healthy and youthful and longevity. Or people that are sick or people that are transitioning. Maybe you quit smoking, or maybe you're trying to get into a weight loss program and you're looking for a new way to do it.
So I would assume B12 is a popular one. Is testosterone, does that require a prescription?
Testosterone does require prescription, and it's different from our business model, where we don't need a doctor to be at these locations every day and every hour that you're open. You only need a nurse. They mix the ingredients and place the needle. You have a front desk who manages the schedule and promotes the retail. In most states, except for California, you have a medical director that oversees and provides a medical malpractice insurance to the site and the standing order to the nurse.
And I have not a clue what that would cost somebody.
A medical director?
No. A drip.
A drip is, on average, it's $150 per drip.
Nice.
So
there's got to be some profit in that.
There's about 82%. So it's a good business.
Amen. And how on trend is that? Certainly in the higher end areas of town. Do you, man, this is just, everybody's listening, going with their jaw on the ground going, I've never imagined, but it makes sense. Totally makes sense. Like I would think Saturday mornings, half the people with hangovers are looking for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But this is a business that is supportive of proactive health and wellness. So the same person, and it doesn't necessarily need to be in a high-end affluent market. The same markets that have a Starbucks, a Massage Envy, a DRIPBaR is going into. We've mainly focused our marketing and advertising on educating the population, because the more people know about the value of IV supplementation, the greater the recurring nature of the business is. One of the most amazing things, because I come from the health club industry, and when I really dug into the DRIPBaR business model, I learned, and this was the most exciting, the unit level economics are off the chart, but 74% of the clients are return clients. That's their retention rate. If the health club industry came anywhere near that, there'd be a health club on every corner.
What about, is it subscription at all?
There is a subscription portion to it. It's cash-based, pay as you go. There are programs that we've built to meet client needs like weight loss and longevity. And then there are memberships that are built into various subsets of levels, but also if you want to do a drip once, twice, or 3 times a month.
A month. I was thought you were going to say a week.
You know, there are some people that do multiple a week. That's not the norm. Those are the outliers. See, I'm in the medical world now, so I can use all these big words like outliers and equation and stuff. You know?
Marketing and medical. That's your term.
Absolutely.
Bro, we talked some about your previous company that really got you kick and tail in franchising. TapOut is such a fascinating story. The entrepreneurs and the franchisors on here that are looking for a way, maybe they have a great model, but they're struggling with the right name or a partnership. You partnered. I know you had a friendship with the guys at TapOut, so you had a little bit of an in there. But at a high level, what can you share with the entrepreneurs out there of how you partnered with them? And I mean, let's just be real. It made all the difference. A name makes all the difference. I mean, if you did exactly what you did and called it Ben's Kickboxing and Martial Arts, we'd have 3 locations today.
Pretty much. Yeah, branding is critical. Being able to get the marketing message out there through the brand and through, you know, your website and everything client facing. But branding is very, very important. And yeah, I had a competitive advantage because I was in the health club industry. I was in the martial arts space, the UFC, such. Not yet, I wasn't in the UFC, but knew a lot of people, still do. But the TapOut brand, I knew them. I was able to secure the global rights to a very significant brand early on in the section through a licensing arrangement of franchising the health and fitness space. So,
and you approached them with this idea.
Correct, absolutely. Yeah,
Love it.
the business model, business plan, went with the whole strategy. Probably wasn't much of a business plan at that time, but you know, it all got there.
So guys, if you see a killer brand and you know a decent amount of what you're doing, or maybe you can just fake it till you make it, but you approach them with that. This was new money. Ben was not taking any money away from what they were doing, any time, any hassle, any focus. He just simply approached them and said, "Hey guys, what if I pay you a reasonable amount up front with some royalties ongoing and let me do all the heavy lifting, put the franchise plan together. You guys can approve it to make sure," and correct me if I'm wrong, but make sure I'm not hurting your brand in any way. And let me just build a whole nother empire in the franchise space that you guys know nothing about and don't have to mess with. Is that?
That's, you know, the short and sweet way, the way we did it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yep. I giggle every time I see, what is it? OxyFresh. The guys that do the carpet cleaning. So yeah.
OxyClean.
Is it OxyClean that's the franchise?
Actually, I think it's OxyFresh. Yes.
I see. We don't even know. This is another way, guys. So you just heard what Ben did. Let's call it OxyFresh. Saw OxyClean, that Australian guy that does those crazy infomercials with cleaning, you know, a cleaning laundry detergent, kinda. And everybody knew them, knew their brand. They got in all the grocery stores. And so these guys said, "Hey, let's call our company OxyFresh instead of OxyClean." No relation at all. Let's take their logo, make our logo very, very similar, not the same, not infringing on any illegal IT or intellectual property related issues. And let's just go crazy with it. And it worked beautifully. You know, they had a good model. They had good support. They did everything right. But I guarantee 90% of the people that see OxyFresh franchise opportunity absolutely assume, incorrectly so, that they're part of OxyClean that was all over the globe and the TV. And it really gives them a lot of credibility. I forget, what do you call that? It's like there's some marketing term for what they did. It was genius.
Yeah. Synergistic branding.
I'm totally great at rabbit trails, bro. So back on topic, franchising. You've got Zor411. You're focusing on the DRIPBaR. You've got a couple other brands, and you're going to be rocking them out into the new year. Give us some insights. 2021, not far away.
Sure. Yeah, in 100% right. With Zor411, I think we take a different approach to live, love, and learn our brands. We actually take a vested interest and invest in the brand. So like with DRIPBaR, I'm an owner. And with all the other companies that we're bringing on, Zor411 is an owner. So we have a very vested approach. We also jump on in our consultants and advisories. Sometimes we'll take a C-level position inside the business, such as in DRIPBaR. I'm Chief Development Officer as well. But we're launching a company called Vegas Hut. Vegas Hut is indoor hot yoga. It's out of Las Vegas. Their economics are just fantastic. Obviously, they were required to close a little bit during COVID, but they have a very good plan, brand new membership model, brand new marketing and advertising model. Very unique way to approach the franchise industry that we're going to be launching in January of 2021. So very excited to do that. Leverage my experience from the health club industry, but now more of the expertise inside the franchise industry. So very excited.
What's the other brand? I know it was fitness.
Oh, it's a 55 fitness concept. So fitness for, people that are aging. In the aging demographic, there's
got to be careful. Got to be careful how you call them.
Yeah, demographic.
You don't say old.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. But you do have some competition out there like OsteoStrong and whatnot, where it's more of a one-on-one and a circuit-based training in order to strengthen people's bones, proprioception, slip and fall. Like if you want to be healthy and strong, but maybe you get injured and you don't want to go to physical therapy or all of that stuff. So, and then there's different branding strategies to bring in the persona clients that you're looking for.
Well, yesterday, genius model. Yesterday, I was talking to Rick over at Alloy Personal Training, and he said that 50-year-olds and above have 70% of the disposable cash flow. And that's huge.
Absolutely.
And nobody's targeting them.
Nope, nobody is. Everybody's still focused on the Orange Theory consumer, but now there's half the amount of people that are allowed in there, and they're always in there for half an hour to an hour. Just programming is important, but
Ben, you're obviously doing something right with TapOut, 500 units, 11 countries in like less than 5 years. Now with the DRIPBaR, although openings do take time, you've been in business about a year in franchising and already awarded, did I hear you say 200 and what?
Yeah, 242 in the pipeline as of this morning. I promise I'll add to it by the end of the week. We have quite a few contracts out. We actually, just last week, our big transaction was we sold the state of New Jersey. And the persona client that's showing up to become a franchisee, I guess this is sort of talking to consultants as well a little bit, but we are getting quite a few franchisees that own existing franchise concepts. Five Guys Burgers, they missed Massage Envy, the Lash Lounge type, the waxing, whatever, Lunchbox Wax, I think the brand is. But there's a lot of franchisees, multi-unit guys that recognize this as a huge opportunity. So they're
diversifying their portfolio with a hot new brand. Makes sense.
Diversify, especially now with COVID. We've been open the entire time. The unit level economics in 2020 have been up 15% month over month. So compared to last year.
There are a lot of Zors listening going, how the blank is he finding these multi-unit owners? Everybody, I get calls every third day. Somebody saying, "Hey, Red, who do you know that's got 20 units or more? I'd like to talk to them." Bro, those are unicorns. Those are hard to find individuals. So how is Ben finding them, or how are they finding you?
Well, they're funding me through consultants and organically. I do have to say, like, people are hearing, a whisper or whatnot, I hope. We're doing a lot of PR, marketing and advertising. We're getting our name out there through both Zor411 and through the DRIPBaR. As our locations start opening, first one in Atlanta, December 5th, momentum is just going to skyrocket. We'll have 12 to 15 open by the end of Q1, probably 50 by the end of open by the end of 2021. But there's a lot of bigger surprises that I hope to be announcing, with just large swaths of units opening quickly.
Very exciting. Well, for those who don't get why he's saying, well, 242 and 50 by the end of next year, how does that work? You'll sell area development rights and obligations to open X amount over X number of quarters and years. And so you've got the obligation sold for 242, but it takes a good while to open some of these units, certainly a brick and mortar. So it makes total sense, brother. Good job.
They're all on development schedules. So we're very excited with the group that we have.
Absolutely. Well, you got a rock star team with PJ and your whole team, whether it's on the front line of franchise development or behind the scenes helping folks open on time and profitably. Well done. Ben, any final thoughts for franchisors out there looking towards the future in franchising?
Oh, well, new franchisors, just make sure you know what your business is. That said, make sure you understand franchising. Franchising is not, the health club that you've operated for 4 or 5 years. It's a completely different business. So that's what I see a lot, people getting in trouble. As far as franchisors, focus on the franchisees. Make sure that your franchisees are happy and supported. If they're not happy, work with them sooner than later. I mean, I'm probably preaching to the choir, but it's very important, especially since COVID. If you don't do sales, at least reinvest in the business to be able to give your future franchisees more support.
Yes. You got to say that 3 times and hear it every time, guys. We thank you so much for joining us. FranchiseWire Live with your host, Red Boswell, president of the IFPG, International Franchise Professionals Group, brought to you by Pollinate and Franchise Payment Networks, and our buddy, Ben Crosbie, Zor411 and the DRIPBaR.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.